Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, August 19th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. A lot to talk about. We want to recap all four of these stocks trading and the three indices that we follow. So first and foremost, the bears accomplished something today. They put the daily into down territory in all three of our indices, okay? The monthly and weekly is still healthy. Now, today's lows are the lows for the week, so now it becomes maybe a little easier for them to try to take it out and stop the one-time framing up and put the daily back in, weekly into balance. But there's no guarantee of that. First things first, right? We have to take baby steps. First thing was to put the daily down from balance, which they did. We turn into B shapes today. What is B shape? It's just long liquidation. So it's the last 3 or 4 days of week longs getting out. Okay, volume horrible again. 60 million, down. What are we down on the day? 1.3%, and the volume's only 60 million. So even with the after hours, we're going to be doing 65 million or so. We still have not hit 100 million since the end of June. So even on the down move, it's not a lot. Doesn't mean it can't get exasperated if the weekly starts coming into balance. But for now, not that big a deal as far as buyers are concerned. However, May's high is going to be a concern. Now, today was an inside day down for all three of us. It turned out to be a textbook inside day down. We held the gap in SPY and ES. Russell and Q's filled their gap right away. We never did. And then we had a very nice sell tail. I did nothing but short all day, and I didn't take a trade after G. I had a fantastic day. Did a couple of 6-lot of the minis, short and D and G. If you hear, by the way, a beeping in the background, I'm having major issues with my fire alarm things. Been changing the batteries. I think I got to change the unit, so I apologize if you do hear that in the background. But anyway, it was from the get-go. So I shorted A twice, B twice, against the gap, against the one-time framing down. I shorted D when it started getting some acceleration with a 6-lot. I shorted E against the 144. I shorted G. I love the afternoon rally high. That's one of my favorite trades, and that turned out to be G. As the market got too short, they tried to alleviate some of it, got a little bit into the sell tail, and that was all she wrote until M period stopped the one-time framing. So that was a very, very nice trade for me. Had a good week, very good week. I don't think this week was that easy to read midweek because there's a lot of, there's no continuity either way. It's back and forth all over the place. Today, though, was firmly a very readable day. I would have taken a long against the 12 slow. The only thing was it happened in L period. I'm like, ES is weak against it, by the way. I'm like, nah, I really don't want to do it this late in the day in case they try to get some extension and acceleration. Now, they failed to, but I'm still happy. So not one long today, because today, for me, was the market telling me we should be short. Short all day. Now, as far as destinations, on the upside in SPY, we're 9 wide in SPY. We got 10 wide in ES. SPY is 9 wide at 422.94. I'm in bigger increments now. That's why it says 10, but we're 9 wide. Then we have our afternoon rally high, G high, 423.70. And then today's high, 425.27, filling the gap at 425.50. It's only a 23-cent gap, but it's there. For the downside, we have today's low, which is a weekly low of 421.22, 421.03 daily low. And then you have 419.21 daily low, and 418.77 9 wide from August 10th. In the ES, for the upside, give me a second, and I got to get to it. I have so many numbers here. So for the ES on the upside, we have 10 wide at 36.75. The afternoon rally high is G's high at 45.75. And then today's high of 61.75 and filling the gap at 64. For the downside, today's low, 20.75 is a weekly low. And we have 02.75 daily low, 99.25, 9 wide from August 10th. Let's get to the charts. Let's see if there's change taking place. First, we're going to start with our little guy, the Russell. So here's the Russell. Right now, the monthly's up, right? Came out of an inside month to the upside. It's healthy, okay? May's high for them is 193.93. Look where we closed today, 194.65. We're still above it, but I can assure you of this. If the S&P does not get acceptance over their May high, ES is not going to stay over theirs. But right now, the monthly's up and healthy. Weekly is up. One time framing up 5 weeks. So it's still healthy coming out of that 4-week balance. The daily, however, is now down. Okay? So the daily went bull to balance the last 2 days, now to bear. So now the question is, they attempted to get over the 200-day moving average, Russell, 3 days, and then the last 2 days prior to today failed to get above it, and today now they are below it. So what will Russell see first? We'll see the 50 again, which is at 199.02, or will it see the 20, which is at 191.45? They still have a decent-sized gap below. That gap is 193.11. It's less than $1, but they do still have the gap. So the monthly is up, the weekly is up, the daily is down. It's going to be pretty much a theme here. Triple Qs, monthly is up. However, even though they got above May's high by $4 this week, we are now below May's high by $7. So we're going to see. But so far, the monthly is up. The weekly is up, one time framing up 5 weeks. All's pretty the same, aren't we? And the daily, down. Again, they're between their 220, although they never even got close to the 200. So the monthly's up, weekly up, daily down. Now let's go to SPY and ES. SPY's monthly is up. Barely took out the monthly high, basically. Well, I shouldn't say that. We took it out by $2. But we're now down below it in SPY by $7.50. Weekly is up, one time framing up, 5 weeks. Look at that. I put that trend line from the highs, and then from this weekly low, we got close to it, but didn't get it. And then the daily is down. We touched. The ES got above the 200. SPY touched the 200 3 days ago. And now we're down, and we have a gap. So does ES. Now, here's where things get a little dicey. We're below this trend line also. Remember, we had a run of from 371 to 432. Okay? So that's what? 29 and 32. $61 in a month. From July 14th to August 16th. We went $61. We've come in, and again, I rounded out to 432. $11. Is that enough? Probably not. But until the weekly gets taken out, the bigger picture hasn't changed yet, right? It takes time to turn this tanker ship around. We were finally up in all 3 time frames for these 4 days, 5 days. Then all of a sudden, we went to balance and now down. Now on the weekly, if the bears want to get some more damage accomplished, they need to take out today's low. Now we're only $1 away from it, but that doesn't mean we're going to take it out. Doesn't mean it's going to come out. But if we do, we are then in a 3-week balance. So then things are changing, right? From midweek, we were up in all 3 time frames, and then we would be up in the monthly, balance on the weekly, and then down on the daily if that's to happen. Things starting to change. Then the worry becomes, if we go balance on the weekly, if we go and test last week's low of 410 and change, I don't have a problem with that because you're still balanced. But the fear then is, do we come out of a weekly balance instead of bull back to bear? That's the question, right? I don't have the answer yet, but the bottom line is, if we take out today's low and go to balance on the daily, there's a possibility that May's high has failed. Remember, that was my target about a month ago. We talked about July's inside month. We got to come out of it. Check it off. June's high. We got to get it. Check it off. June's high. I'm sorry. Then May's high. We got to get it, but we need acceptance above it. If we do, we have a chance to get those legs up to the 440, 460 level. That, so far, has not happened. If it doesn't happen, maybe we come into a 4-month balance at some point or a 5-month balance next month. But it all remains to be seen. Everything is still open on the table. The volume this week, again, very light, 292 million. It was 288 last week. So as we've gone higher, the volume has dried up. We had a great day in the trading room today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.